my dear students. Today we are going to learn poem 2, The Glove and the Lions by Leigh Hunt, which is a part of your 10th standard ICSE English syllabus. This poem is a narrative poem, which means it tells a story. It is set in a royal court during the time of King Francis of France. The poet shows us how true love is different from pride and vanity. Through a dramatic incident involving lions and a brave knight, the poem teaches an important moral lesson that is very relevant even today. Now let's begin with first stanza, the royal court and the setting. In first stanza, the poet introduces King Francis, who enjoys watching dangerous sports. He is watching lions fighting in a special arena. The court is filled with nobles and beautifully dressed ladies. Among them sits Count de Lorge, a brave knight, and beside him is a lady he loves deeply. The scene is grand and magnificent. The king above, the nobles around, and the fierce lion below. The poet highlights valor, bravery, and love together, preparing us for the main event of the poem. Let me give you an example for this. Imagine a royal stadium where a king is watching a dangerous show and everyone important is present. It feels exciting but also risky. Now let's move on to the second stanza, the fierce fight of lion. In second stanza, the poet vividly describes the terrifying fight between the lions. They roar loudly, bite each other, and attack with great force. The arena is filled with dust, blood, and confusion. The scene becomes so dangerous that even King Francis remarks that they are safer sitting where they are rather than being inside the pit. This stanza increases the tension and shows how deadly the lions are, making later actions even more courageous. Let me give you an example for this. Students, think of watching wild animals fight on TV, loud, scary, and dangerous. Now imagine being right next to them. Now let's move on to the third stanza, the lady's pride and challenge. Here in third stanza, the lady loved by Count de Lorge hears the king's comment. She feels proud and thinks her lover is extremely brave. To prove his love publicly, she decides to test him. She drops her gloves into the lion's pit, believing that if he truly loves her, he will risk his life to retrieve it. This shows that her action is driven not by love but by pride and vanity. She wants attention and glory. Let me give you an example for this. It's like asking someone to do something dangerous just to prove friendship. That's not real care. Now let's move on to the fourth stanza, true bravery and final judgment. In fourth stanza, Count de Lorge, a knight, immediately jumps into the pit, retrieves the gloves, and comes back safely. Everyone is amazed by his bravery. However, instead of returning the glove lovingly, he throws it at the lady's face. This action shows that he refuses to accept such a foolish test of love. King Francis praises him and clearly states the moral. Such dangerous tests are not love but vanity. Let me give you an example for this. True love doesn't ask someone to risk their life just to prove feelings. Students, now let's see what is the conclusion of this poem. The Glove and the Lions teaches us that true love is based on respect, understanding, and care, not on showing off or testing someone dangerously. Leigh Hunt clearly shows that bravery is admirable but misusing love for pride is wrong. Students, the moral is very simple. True love never demands dangerous sacrifices to prove it. Pride and vanity can destroy genuine relationship. Thank you, students, for listening. If you like the video, give a thumbs up, share, and do comment. See you in the next class. Until then, bye.